Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. This is a reaction to a road trip through the Ozarks in Missouri, 6-day adventure itinerary. Now, this region is a place that I've never really looked at. All I know about the Ozarks, and this is going to sound very stupid, is the TV series, is it Ozark? I mean, that's my limits of knowledge. I think it's called Ozark. I watched like 2 episodes, and then just stopped. But from what I gathered from it, it's just like a very green area. I think it's quite foresty. There's like a lake that I saw in it. But I don't know much more than that. Is it in the Appalachian Mountains? I think it might be. But Missouri, I'm trying to think Missouri. I think Missouri is in the Appalachians. But I could be wrong. I have no knowledge of this place. I've just heard of it very briefly here and there, but I've never looked at it. So this is really my first time looking at it, and yeah. That's pretty much it. We're going to check this out. Hopefully you're going to enjoy. And yeah, let's jump into this reaction.
A place where adventures await. From lush forests, beautiful lakes, sparkling springs, awe-inspiring caves, and looming mountains, this is a unique region that many have heard of but don't know too much about.
There you go.
Wanting to get to know the Ozark region, which is a plateau that touches multiple states but a majority falls in southern Missouri and northern Arkansas, we set out to build a road trip from Arkansas to Missouri to uncover its pristine natural beauty and heart-pumping adventure.
We won't be able to do it all, but we're gonna try our dang best.
This is a 2-part series that will show you that beyond having more shoreline than the whole coast of California, there's a lot to explore in the Ozark region.
God damn. More than
Welcome
California.
to marvelous Missouri, deep in the Ozarks, with countless caves, canyons, waterfalls, bountiful wilderness, and activities for anyone with a sense of adventure. We're starting with
Dogwood Canyon Nature Park. This is a 10,000-acre park in the Ozarks near the city of Branson. This is an all-out family-friendly playground with everything from hiking, biking, to explore the grounds. Along the way, you'll see some of the unique buildings such as the treehouse, amphitheater, and church. You'll drive by numerous bridges, over water crossings, see how the lakes are teeming with fish, and make numerous stops along the way to get up close to several beautiful waterfalls. For the main highlight, you'll be surprised to find out that you'll be crossing state lines and over to Arkansas to get to the wildlife preserve. On our tour, we're able to see a large herd of elk, buffalo, and even longhorn cattle.
Oh, damn.
The big advantage of doing the private wildlife tour is that the Jeep can go off-road and get much closer to the wildlife, to the point where
Was that?
tour is that the Jeep can go
Wait, do they itch themselves with their horns? I think that's what's happening here. I mean, damn, I did not know they would.
is that the Jeep can go off-road.
I assume he's itching his backside, or she's itching his backside. That animal's itching itself. I'm certain of that. I think so. I mean, it looks like it.
And get much closer to the
Scottish heritage. This is a beautiful. This area is a beautiful area. The scenery's
Now, you
unreal.
could stay at the big lodge, but we think it's way cooler to stay in one of these luxurious glamping tents, complete with fire pit and s'mores kit.
Continuing our fun in Branson is a good old-fashioned theme park.
Silver Dollar City has a fitting 1880s theme, and the whole park is infused with Ozarks history, making it an utter joy to explore. First things first, the roller coasters are awesome. We started our day running straight towards the new Time Traveler spinning coaster. Here's a peek at what it was like.
We're going to time travel! It's happening!
You would never catch me doing that, bro.
Ready
No
for
chance.
launch.
We're launching! I'm not ready!
Fuck that.
We did it! We time traveled, and we came back to present time.
We also got a chance to try wildfire, and if you look closely at our faces, we were definitely feeling those G-forces. Love water rides? They have that too, with the traditional American plunge, Tom and Huck's River Blast, and Mystic River Falls, which has a raft elevator, a first in our books. You'll be sure to get wet, and so they even have these full body dryers. It's a park that doesn't take itself too seriously and always has something special going on with their seasonal festivals.
What
There are
the
plenty
fuck?
of food options, including delicious barbecue from
Oh.
the Rivertown Smokehouse and
Oh,
their
hell
tasty
yeah.
platters. For the sweeter side of things, don't miss their homemade ice cream.
Oh, mate, this place looks good.
But then there are things that make Silver Dollar City truly unique and oozing from a time period of over a century ago.
They have craftsman demonstrations scattered throughout the park. We had a chance to watch the skilled blacksmith, showing us how they make their ornate decorations. Brown's Candy Factory, where you can watch things like brownies and brittle being made fresh, and the Blown Glass Factory, where you'll be blown away by how they're able to create something like a mug from start to finish.
I've seen these videos on like YouTube really recently. I think I saw one of someone making like a pumpkin from like glass like this, and it's actually mad. Like the precision you need to do it, but also like how delicate you have to. I guess that is being precise, isn't it? Being delicate, but like obviously it's risky because it's hot ass glass, and the speed you have to do it within because of like how fast it will cool down and stuff. So seeing this in person would be very cool.
All of which eventually makes it to their shop next door. These craftsmen really show the creativity and pioneering spirit of this era.
That's pretty cool.
There's no Silver Dollar City without Marble Cave. Below the park is a 500-foot deep sinkhole and cavern, the original tourist attraction that started it all in 1894. Let's go check it out.
An ambitious Canadian, William Lynch, purchased it in 1889 and eventually started leading tourists in. Your tour begins with the massive staircase that takes you down to the base of the cathedral room. Afterwards, you'll be guided through the subterranean passageways with chances of seeing bats and salamanders, caverns that feel like you're inside a pyramid chamber, deep drops in the rock, underwater passageways, waterfalls, unique formations such as stalactites, stalagmites, and flowstones. And at the end of the cave, you'll take a cable car that climbs back up to the surface, ending a fantastic 60-minute tour.
That's pretty cool.
We're now in the Ozark National Scenic Riverways, the
I don't usually like caves, but that one actually does seem very, very cool to go to.
first national park area created to protect a river system. In this case, the famous Current and Jacks Forks rivers of the Ozark Highlands in southeastern Missouri.
Renting kayaks from Cars Canoe Rental and with local guide Bill from Scenic Rivers Guide Service and Tours, spend the morning floating, enjoying the views of the forest, seeing the fern and moss-covered limestone bluffs, paddling through fun formations like this, and encountering plenty of wildlife. Fed by natural springs, people love coming here because of the clean and clear waters that make it a great place for the canoe and kayak. And if you start from Poltite, you'll also get to make a stop at the Poltite Springs, where after a short hike, you'll pass by an old log cabin and the spring where you can see all of the fresh water bubbling up and eventually feeding the Current River. All along the Ozark National Scenic Riverways are even more outdoor gems that are begging to be discovered, including Alley Spring and Mill, a historic site from the late 1800s where grain was ground into flour thanks to its free water power. Blue Spring, a vivid blue color spring that goes 310 feet deep, one of the deepest in the United States.
How deep?
Goes 310 feet deep, one of the deepest in the United States.
Just here? Oh, mate. That's so weird because it looks so shallow and it just suddenly just drops like that.
And Rocky Falls, an impressive steep cascading waterfall that pours into a large pool of water.
Next along our road trip is the Johnson's Shut-In State Park.
Here you'll find Missouri's best example of a shut-in, which is when water is forced through the cracks in the harder rock containing the stream. From the boardwalk and on the rocks themselves, you'll get a great view of its spectacular chutes, potholes, and waterfalls, all confined within the gorge.
What the fuck?
In the summer, this is a great place to cool down, swim, and go down its natural rock slides.
Natural rock slides?
If you want to see a curious and magical geological formation of ancient granite boulders, make sure to come to Elephant Rock State Park.
On the hill is where you'll see the best examples of these rocks.
They're big.
Several large boulders stand end to end like a train of circus elephants. You're allowed to climb on top, between, and go through the cracks. This is part of an easy hike trail called the Braille Trail, designed specifically for those with visual and physical impairments.
Sweet.
Speaking of magic, a spot you definitely want to consider staying for the night is the nearby Magic Teepee Retreat. They have the option of a picnic dinner, which we highly recommend as well. Don't think we've ever stayed in a teepee before.
National Geographic calls this one of America's top 10 greatest adventures, and here's why.
Bonne Terre Mine is one of the world's largest man-made caves that started as a mine for deep earth lead and was at one point the world's largest producer of lead ore until it closed in 1962. The top two levels are above the water, and visitors can see how the miners worked here. Where it gets interesting are the lower three levels, where a 1 billion gallon and 17-mile-long lake exists, filling the abandoned shafts with equipment. This is the world's largest subterranean lake. The tour allows you to explore the lake by boat, which is quite the sight to see, but below water, it gets even more interesting.
This is home to the largest freshwater dive resort, on top of being a National Historic Site.
Oh, God.
If you have your scuba diving certification,
I mean, what I'm finding out is that the Ozarks have so much to do.
you can actually go diving in the mine. Their packages go through the weekend, and you have the option of staying in a restored 1909 train depot.
That's pretty cool.
After you get your dive briefing and change into your gear, you head in through what's called the mule entrance, through the mine and onto the dive platform.
Oh my God.
I didn't think I'd be scuba diving in Missouri, but here goes.
Bruh. Oh my God. That is shitting me up. Mate. That is mad.
That was incredible. Oh my gosh, I felt like I've explored so many parts of the cave, so many different carts, so many openings, the elevator shaft, steps, equipment. That was one epic dive.
That was pretty cool. As someone who's not a fan of caves or cave diving, I now understand the interest. A little bit. I would never do it, partially because I can't swim. So that would do that, to be fair. But I do see like the intrigue, because, I mean, just based off this short little clip there that we've just seen, I can see like the fun that it would sort of involve. And the intrigue as well.
The adventure continues as we get just outside of St. Louis in Missouri.
There's a lot of theme parks here as well.
This is Rise Adventure Park. They have lawn games, mini golf, zip lines, and even a course for little ninjas, but its centerpiece is the Adventure Tower.
This tower is 4 stories.
See, this is something that I would ride. And I say ride, go on. which probably sounds stupid because this probably is riskier than a roller coaster overall, but I'd just feel more secure.
Has 110 obstacles that range from easy to a full-on American Ninja Warrior.
Once we put on our harnesses and got a hang of their double-click system, we were off to roam the tower on our own and its jungle gym of obstacles freely. We started off easy and worked our way through the different levels. Some were super easy, and we found others that were just really fun and unique.
What the fuck?
Eventually, we made it to the ones with the highest difficulty, with some success and some failure as well. To cap things off, how can you not do the Adventure Tower and take the leap of faith? I've done it so many times, but it still gets me every time.
And to close things out, we're renting bikes from Bike Stop Cafe in St. Charles and doing a segment of the Katy Trail.
Curious about the full details.
I mean, the Ozarks, you've definitely promoted it well. He said this is part 1 of his trip as well, didn't he? I mean, damn. Missouri is such an underrated state. This was a really well done travel video. Thank you for highlighting Missouri. Most people have no idea how rich and beautiful it is. I mean, I definitely learned here, but damn, there's a lot going on, man. Just in the Ozarks region alone, there's so much going on. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, until next time, subscribe and peace.